Picking week 2 games in the NFL presented by Liquid IV. This is the late afternoon slate on Sunday. And some games on CBS, including the Bengals, 7.5-point favorites in Dallas against the Cowboys. We'll start Cooper Rush at quarterback with Dak Prescott out. The Raiders at home against a Cardinals team that got shellacked by the Chiefs to begin the season as well. Some big spreads there. 3 double-digit spreads. Let's start with the Cowboys and the Bengals. And the Cowboys 5-7 in games not started by Dak Prescott since they drafted him.
Yeah, but all I'm looking for here is a cover. and 7.5 points for the Bengals, which I think they've got some offensive line issues. You kind of talked about that at the beginning of the show. That's what concerns me here. When I go back and watch what Micah Parsons and the pass rush for Dallas was able to do, I think they're going to get after Joe Burrow. And he didn't look good in the first half. I mean, they looked out of sync, awful. Looked like they were having a Super Bowl hangover. But you got to give them credit for getting back into it at the end of the game. So, look, I think this game would be within the number. If it goes down to 7, I'm probably on the other side with the Bengals because I do think they win this game, especially playing a backup quarterback.
So what are you right now?
I'm going to go ahead and take the 7.5.
We're not changing because we're not changing.
I know we're not. I'm telling people out there who are watching.
You're locked in.
If it goes to 7, you should think about taking.
You're locked in with me because I'm on the same side. I'm taking the Cowboys plus the points as well, and I was surprised that I did. To be honest with you,
loves company, huh?
Yeah, we're both going to be miserable. I think when you look at this, if it was 7, I'm with you. Maybe 6.5, I take it the other way, but 7.5, I'm taking it. Cooper Rush is not terrible, and I think when you look at, you're right, the offensive line issues for the Bengals will show up here. It took Burrow a while to get going because I think not playing in the preseason and missing training camp really impacted him as a passer. But they'll find a way to win the game. But I'm with you. Micah Parsons is going to create some problems. He might get a turnover or 2. That could keep this game within the number. I'll take the Cowboys plus the point.
And look, the Dallas Cowboys offense, I would suspect a heavy dose of Zeke and Tony Pollard, which may be a good thing given the issues they're having with their passing game because they really don't have anyone outside of CeeDee Lamb to complement. So you play that bigger personnel groupings, bring in the multiple tight ends, put in 2 backs in the backfield. You start to scheme some things up then that kind of plays to those playmakers and limit really the impact that Cooper Rush can have, at least as far as your downside with some of the things you're doing offensively.
Yeah, because it wasn't the offensive line that was the problem the other day. They held up. The rookie left tackle held up in that game.
It's the fact that no one outside of CeeDee Lamb, and obviously, again, give Tampa credit for the way they went about scheming him and undercutting, playing trail techniques. But no one else stepped up. Like, they need that other piece like Amari Cooper that they traded away in the offseason. And by the way, this is all on Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones for them having to play Cooper Rush. If they really felt like their team that did win the division last year was able to make a Super Bowl run, if they really believed that, they would have brought in a veteran backup and they would have had him sitting waiting for this opportunity. Given that Dak's gotten injured before, you've dealt with this before.
Was Andy Dalton there once in a while?
Yeah.
And
he was a guy they could have easily brought back.
Yep.
So.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.